Hello and welcome back to my channel, The House of Secure Network. This video is a continuation of the previous one where I'll be explaining the architecture and some solutions of data loss prevention, cloud app security, and of course data encryption. So stay tuned, I'll be right back right after this short intro. So what exactly is data loss prevention? Well, DLP is a technique developed to protect critical or sensitive information from getting leaked outside of an organization. So how exactly does a DLP work? Here's a simple architecture through which you can champion the working of any DLP. Consider you have few endpoints or rather user machines where DLP agents are already installed. The agents on these machines forwards information in the form of policies to a DLP server. Moving up the ladder, the DLP server along with the email and the web DLPs forwards all their traffic to a single management server. This management server is a centralized platform from where you can manage your entire endpoint estate. In the end, before going outside the organization, the web DLP, the email DLP, and the DLP server itself forwards their traffic towards the perimeter or the internet firewall from where the traffic is let out of the organization. Simple enough? Now let's give you a glimpse of the actual solution. I have chosen Forcepoint as a solution just to explain you, simply because it is very easy to deploy and use at the same time. Now Forcepoint was also known as WebSense before it was acquired by Forcepoint. Now if you take a look at the website and scroll down, they have a pretty widespread variety of cybersecurity solutions that they offer. Few of them consist of user protection, data protection, and edge protection. However, we are only considered about DLP right now, so let's go ahead and click on that. Just to cut down time, I have already opened a new tab for you, and I must say, a cybersecurity website welcoming you with a pretty face. Can't get better, right? Okay. Now they claim they are the 9 times Gartner Magic Quadrant leaders for DLP. Well, it's pretty commendable. Anyway, let's jump on the first feature. They say control your data with one single policy. On the left side you see a small snippet of the console where they show you where you can manage your policies and modify them. In the next feature they say simplifying compliance with predefined policies. On the left side you see quick policies, custom policies as an option, and predefined policy filter also, where you can filter your policies as per your region. In the next feature they talk about protect critical intellectual property with unsurpassed accuracy. So whatever you put in your console through the management console into your DLP, everything stays as is. Last option, they talk about preventing your data breaches automatically. This particular feature is driven by artificial intelligence and machine learning. They calculate your risk levels of the cases that are configured and of the cases that are raised, and as per the criticality they show you the risk levels. Well, they have a pretty dynamic website. You can check out the link. I'll be posting this link in the description below. With all that said, let's check out the management console and how do we install the tool itself. So when you're done purchasing the licenses, what you got to do, just install the agents on all your endpoints. Considering the previous architecture, I have installed Forcepoint agents on all these endpoints that you can see. When you're done installing all those agents, when you open one of them, it may look something like this. Nothing much to do on the user machines apart from this. I'm gonna drop a link of the entire installation guide in the description below. Do check that out if you wish. Here's a quick look of the management console. It says Security Manager, where they offer web, data, email, and mobile option all in one single platform. You can also see some predefined priority-based policies which are already configured. You can click on My Cases to view your cases which you have configured on your console. Along with that, you can see some options on the left side: status, reporting, policy management, logs, and some general settings, along with some deployment options. On the right side, you can check out the deploy button, with which you can deploy all your policies by just one click. To understand what Cloud App Security means, let us understand what does Shadow IT mean. Shadow IT is the use of IT systems, software applications, and services without the explicit approval of the IT department. Now, why do organizations use Shadow IT? Well, to work more efficiently. But efficiency invites a lot of new risks, challenges, and visibility as to who is doing what. So what exactly is Cloud App Security? It is a Cloud Access Security Broker, also known as CASB, which is a solution to support various log collections, API connectors, and also acts like a reverse proxy on the web channel. What exactly is its framework? It discovers and controls the Shadow IT apps. It protects your sensitive information, which may reside anywhere on your cloud. It protects against cyber threats, of course, and also assesses the compliance of your cloud. A cloud visibility tool can't get better than this. Now it makes sense using Forcepoint as one single solution for your DLP as well as your CASB. Now some people call it CASB, some people call it Cloud App Security. They are just different names, but they mean the same. Different nomenclatures in the corporate world, So you may call it CASB or Cloud App Security. Let's get on with the CASB option and check out its features. CASB is an abbreviation of Cloud Access Security Broker. They provide complete visibility of all your cloud applications that are residing in your cloud platform, be it on mobile device or on a different endpoint or a user machine. Now there are some highlighted features that Forcepoint showcases: complete visibility into Shadow IT, prevents compromised accounts, and also secures some mobile devices. However, let's jump on the features that they claim in detail. They provide cloud application discovery. They also provide cloud application risk scoring, and few of the metrics that they calculate around that. They give you an option to classify your data along with being compliant at the same time. They provide some application governance, real-time monitoring, analytics, and an integration with a third-party solution if it is required. Now if you go down to the website, they provide some integration applications which can be integrated with this Forcepoint tool itself. Of course, this is not limited to these applications. There are many apart from these, and let's crack on with the architecture and how do we install the CASB tool itself. So what you got to do to install the CASB? Well, just install the CASB agents on all those endpoints of which you would like to have some visibility, where you see those endpoints are using some of your cloud applications. You as a user log into your cloud apps via a CASB gateway. So the CASB gateway is floating between you and the cloud apps. What does the cloud platform consist of? If you magnify this, you get to see just the endpoint and the CASB management server. That's it. The setup is as simple as that. Let's look at the management console now. The management console looks something like this. It gives you options like risk summary, app discovery, compliance, audit and protect, and some encryption options. You can also see some applications which are already discovered, some users along with its IP addresses and some data volume. A risk level meter where you can assess as per the need. It gives you some recommendations to take that immediately, and some analytics as per your user geolocation. It also gives you some categories that you make and you can customize on the left side of the console. Here's another interesting topic: data encryption. Why is it necessary? It is imperative that your infrastructure has minimum risks, your data is protected, and you maintain the confidentiality that is required for every organization. Let's look at its architecture now. So you have your machine accessing its applications that are hosted on the cloud platform, be it AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. Ideally, the key management is well maintained by the cloud service providers, but there are third-party tools available for industries like the banking industry who needs extra level of encryption. Tails is another wonderful data encryption solution provider which gives you some awesome enterprise security solutions. I am personally using this tool, and trust me, it is very user friendly and very easy to deploy. Of course, it is a third party tool which you can deploy apart from your cloud platform. It gives you simplicity, minimized risks, and security agility benefits, which is, of course, you can scale up and scale down any moment. It gives you an option to consider some use cases like database security, compliance, and of course cloud security as an option to explain your customers why this tool is important and how it can help you in their environment. It gives you also some extra features like you can encrypt particular solutions or particular applications like SAP HANA or other intelligent logs which you're already using, or any specific application which you would like to encrypt. So you can take time and check out this website. I'm going to drop this link in the description below. Installing a data encryption tool within your cloud platform or the cloud environment is a vast topic. Comment down below if you would like me to make another video just on data encryption. I'll be happy to do that. In my next video, I'll be discussing threat detection techniques, architecture, and of course its solutions around that. Until then, keep watching the House of Secure Network. Goodbye.